Gets set for a Saturday showdown with the Orlando Magic. Last time out, LeBron messed around, got a triple-double for the 124th time in his 23-year career. His superstar running mate, Luka Doncic, continued his historic hot streak versus the Heat, dropping 60 points in the win. Tip-off coming up in 1 hour right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. I'm Chris McGee, alongside former teammates Derek Fisher and Robert Ory. This is nice. You guys won some titles together.
This is rare right here.
This is rare.
Robbie in at the same time, boy. It's on tonight, Geets.
It's on tonight.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Usually we win when you two are on the same team. So good vibes. Good vibes. Just like the Lakers. The vibes are immaculate in Lakerland right now. 8 straight wins. 11 wins in their last 12 games. Scoring over 122 in that span. That's third highest in the NBA. Fourth quarter, outscoring teams by 1.6 points, fourth best in the league. And since All-Star, 120.1 offensive rating, third in the association. That is a bigger sample size, and Lakers are playing their best basketball of the year at the right time, and not only clicking on both ends of the floor, Rob, but the confidence seems to be growing with each game, just the way that they're approaching it.
Yeah, you know, when you winning brings confidence, and I think the way they're winning and who they're beating really adds a lot of confidence to this team, because when you look at how they've been playing, even though Luka has been scoring a majority of the point, he's been distributing the basketball, he's been getting people involved, and they seem happy. And I always say that, you know me, I love body language, and when you watch these guys play, the body language is good. Usually when a guy takes a bad shot or throws it over, you see some kind of, if they clapping each other up. So I'm loving the body language, I'm loving the way they're competing, but more important, I'm just loving the team. What I mean by that is how they looking at each other, how they playing together. This is having fun, man. That's the way it's supposed to be.
And they've shortened the list of nobody's wondering about whether or not they're even going to still be in L.A. And so they look connected. The camaraderie is great. They're playing great basketball, and they're believing in who they are. At this point in the calendar, I don't know if we've seen this in recent years. And this team is in a good spot, and they just have to keep it going.
So let me bring you back to when they played Orlando right after the All-Star break, and the Lakers were in a much different spot. The vibes were different. The body language is different. They're in the middle of a 3-game losing streak. They lost in the final seconds of that game. But this seems like a completely different squad. You guys mentioned the body language and the vibes, and they've won 11 of 12. What stands out to you besides that? Maybe on the court. What stands out to you, Robin?
I think what the coaching staff has done also, they've kind of shortened the rotation. You know, before they might be playing like 7 guys off the bench. And let's be honest, you can't really do that in the NBA because these guys are such rhythm players. I know it's about, you know, prolonging guys' season, about cutting their minutes not short, but this is the end of the season. You're jockeying for position in the standings, so you got to get a rhythm. And right now, everybody's in sort of a kind of rhythm. You know, they come out for 5 or 10 minutes here and there, but it's a great rhythm. And I love that, because I remember when I was playing, a coach like, okay, we're not playing. I'm like, why? Because we want to save you for the end of the year. But no, you're going to take me out of my rhythm as a player. And as a player, you love to play. It's almost like you want to play every other day so you can keep that rhythm. I love what the coaching staff has done with the rotation.
I would also add to that, to play for the Lakers and truly understand that it's only about hanging banners. Like, you have to be here long enough for that to kind of seep into your bloodstream. And there's been a lot of turnover in recent years, searching for the right combination of guys to hang another banner. And I believe there's a core group of guys here now that are actually like embracing and enjoying the pressure and the expectations and the standards. And then when you add Marcus Smart to that combination, you add Luka Doncic to, like, Luka's not afraid of the spotlight and of the pressure and the expectation of going out and being the best player on the floor. Marcus Smart is tough physically and mentally, and he's become a leader on this team. They're following his toughness, his grit, his defensive identity. And so there's just the right combination of things coming together for this group. And, of course, it's still March, and there's a lot of basketball left to play, but they are in a really good spot, and they just need to keep these good vibes rolling.
You guys just perfectly described the Lakers reporter, Mike Trudell. Consistency, not afraid of the big moment, always available. Let's go to Orlando. He's waiting for us now. What's up, Mike?
It's very nice, Geeter. I think that's because I was buttering you up by bringing up your 75 national volleyball titles right before.
Yes,
so you return to the favor.
You got me a good place.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Well, look, you guys did such a good job breaking everything down right there. And honestly, so usually before I'm about to ask JJ Redick the first question, something is standing out, right, that I either need to know about or that stood out from the last game. But it's kind of just been consistent, right? These last several games, Luka is scoring at a ridiculous rate. LeBron has fit in as the best that he possibly could since coming back from his brief time off. Austin Reeves starting to get his rhythm back. The centers have been, everything has been pretty solid. So I kind of just threw out a generic question to JJ and said, all right, is there anything that you've been seeing as to the general improvement? And he basically says, same thing I've said for the last several games. And by the way, this is a good thing, right? That's Fitch and you guys just talked about. That is kind of what you're looking for. So here's how JJ described things a moment ago until we got into the Orlando Magic.
Same thing I keep saying. I mean, we're more connected. Our defense is better. We're trusting each other. We're trusting our roles. We're embracing our roles.
What stood out the most from the film of that game against Orlando?
I think anytime you watch them play, their physicality matters. I thought there were some stretches of that game where we played really hard. Whether it's Bain, Suggs, who wasn't, didn't play that game, but, Bain, Suggs, Banchero, Carter, you've got to be able to match or exceed their physicality. There's some bully ball in there.
How do you plan on slowing down Paulo?
With Paulo, I mean, he's really good. He's gonna have the ball in his spots. Again, I think what we've talked about a lot over the last few weeks is making every catch difficult for star players, particularly non-lead guards that bring the ball up every time. He does obviously play some point forward, but pushing his catches out and being physical with them, and then we'll have our special coverages.
Hey, JJ, over the last 8 games, Luka has averaged 41 points. What stands out to you the most over that heater? Is it the way he's hunting shots, the way shots are coming to him, the way he's having fun on the court, his focus, his energy? What stands out to you most?
It just seems like he's playing clear-headed, and it's just the shot making stands out. I mean, it's ridiculous. The one he hit in front of their bench to get to 58 the other night was, that's just as good as you can do.
Yeah, it summarized things pretty well. We're watching Luka Doncic right now. Ridiculous, and I'm sure that we expect some level of that ridiculousness tonight here as well. Now, before we went to JJ, I cited all of the national titles that Geeter had as a volleyball coach. I was thinking about title. Geeter, if you've got 12 titles around you in the studio, I'm trying to think if there could be another tandem that could match what Bob and Fish have. Unless we get Michael and Scotty on a Bulls broadcast, and I don't know that that's likely anytime soon. Yeah. I don't think it's happening.
No, I'll take Fish and Rob. Yeah, I'll take Fish and Rob over everybody because we're not getting those two. So we win.
12's pretty good.
12's pretty good. We'll take that, and we will roll into Orlando with 12 total on this desk right here. 12 rings between the 3 of us. Thanks, Mike. Access rolls on after the break. Marcus Smart has played a major part in the Lakers' 8-game win streak. Later in the show.